Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Heading straight towards topside. Breathe is so pushed up right now with no vision.
Yeah, and that will allow for Tien on the backside to steal away these Raptors, so Jun is investing his own economy into making this play work. Breathe does not have the flash on the Gwen, drops the exhaust a bit early. Jun trying to buy space for all to re-step up as the slow starts stacking, but Breathe is making this closer than maybe anticipated. Nonetheless, start up this Dragon. He will be able to take that one successfully, but Shun is going back to a similar weapon. A good vision setup here from Weibo is going to make it a pretty late call to try and contest it. The Shun seeing angle after the fight. He has Missing pop the quickness. There's a great set of stones, though, to make sure that Missing doesn't come through, so Xiaohu protects his jungler well. Right there, just not respecting Xiaohu. And the seismic shove burns his flash, which isn't integral to the Rakan kit, but definitely always pivotal in major fights. Is we got a Brawl block it down on the bot side here. We got a hijack need to work, a real need to work, an exhaust, so much action, but it's going to be Scout bodying the...
Now Weibo, they're going to have the fast track down towards this Drake. It's going to be their soul point picked up, and it's just melting through. I don't know that Jun's going to be able to get in to even try for a steal.
Not a lot of ults coming in for JDG in that last Rift Herald fight, but Shun gets caught by guess who again? Xiaohu with the seismic shove, pushing Shun away from the Drake, but he's going to try and fly with the cease and desist. Might fight 21 HP. Who wins it? It's Tien that comes away. Shun goes for the re-engage as a two-man vault breaker, but Light is able to slip on out. And now it's Weibo trying to get out of the pit, or maybe not as the turn comes across. Two-shot barrage, rakes over 3, Missing far too low. Can Breathe find the kills? No, he falls.
Big ultis have been used during that initial fight. But even
this is the matchup I want. The Elder Statesman going blow for blow. Unfortunately, Scout is kind of making it easy on Xiaohu. He takes a turret shot. He's already about half HP, but you know the Silas can heal on up. Xiaohu, though, has just been so locked in as he lands another seismic shove. Set up some of the, to burn some of those flashes, and also now starting to really claim the kills as he gets the Seraphs done. Going for some sort of combination of the Haunting guys as well. And while all that was going on the bot side, will grab this top lane tier 1 turret. The first one for JDG, who try and turn up the tempo a bit here by going for a sneaky Atakan. They've got Paze and Ala here alongside Shun, so those are the two main damage dealers, and Tien is on the wrong side of the map for this. Good read by JDG.
Really stats getting these objectives. Now you can see big push going on, but there is a response from JDG.
Oh, it's Xiaohu again. I mean, Missing doesn't even get to move. When he gets the quickness out, he's already 10 HP. Gets 0 value out of that Rakan. And now Xiaohu dropping the Waver's Wall, trying to provide more space for his team. Scout gonna hijack that Crescent Guard to block a lot of the projectile damage.
To play for this one. Where's the ultis though? What do you do?
All right, Weibo, at the same time, we can't let ourselves get cornered here and let Shun just walk up for a 50-50. Are we really just going to gamble an Infernal Soul that will really change the game here? No, they're just going to jump on Tien and pop him. Shun slides in, secures the Dragon, and starts the turn back for JDG. They've gotten all that they've wanted. They knock down Tien, they find the Dragon, they stall the game out. There's no reason to push the luck any further. Paze with an excellent flash right over Erha, who is dizzy with the plays from the JDG AD carry, and now all hell's breaking loose. Cease and desist down. Xiaohu cannot survive the equalizer. Breathe next to fall. Here comes JDG Gaming. Sweep home an ace.
This is what we wanted to see from the bot lane. Paze feeling himself right there. Beautiful flash to be able to get himself in onto that one. They steal away the Dragon. They stop it from being soul point. Jake, you could just go flying in right here. This is Paze feeling himself.
Oh.
Now without the flash. Wait, he's fine.
Erha.
He lives that.
Erha, yeah, he only headbutted to get the pulverize down. Missing. Liamdre's burn him. No, the slippery Rakan gets out as well. Once again, Paze finding the first critical kill. Now JDG looking to carry that over for more.
Point for JDG to be able to really pop off for themselves. Now got the Baron spawning, just 10 seconds until that one's going to be available on the map. And you're going to really need it to be able to crack open these towers. There is
trouble with decision making around that Soul Dragon, but here is where JDG have struggled. Inside lanes, getting picked off, but maybe they're going to get their ailment, the right medication by just slamming their side lane picks themselves. All the teleports just in time.
That Soul as Weibo in a 4v5. I don't know if the answer is going to be yes for them. There's going to be no response whatsoever. This is now going to be 2 Dragons in a row that you're going to be able to pick up as JDG. If they're able to keep going with this one, imagine the 4 Infernal Drake Soul for JDG here. That would be crazy.
That would be awesome for us to see, terrifying for the Weibo fans watching along here. really impressed by how JDG are taking these timers on these big plays. Xiaohu setting up for the longest cease and desist you'll ever see, but it's okay because it's a dive comp with Kai'Sa's Pays. He flies in with the Killer Instinct with the blast cone mishaps, rearing their ugly head. Shun went for one hell of a roller coaster ride, and it ends with a gray screen, courtesy of a little blast cone.
Oh, losing to Infernal Rift right there. That sucks. That really sucks, not being able to get that kill off. If you manage to pick up that kill, that's a huge turnaround, and JDG, they can turn that one straight into a Baron. Instead, they're going to lose themselves mid lane tier 2 off the back of that play. They're lucky that they're not going to instantly lose the Baron, although Weibo, they are looking towards it.
Shun, about 15 seconds till he respawns. Have the smite advantage. Tien's going to make the call. Weibo know this game is really faltered out of their control. Looking to even it up with the purple banner. Although going to commit the equalizer. Once again, Tien is the victim that goes down half HP already, but they do end up catching Scout, diving in a bit too early. The Stasis is going to buy him some time, but Breathe finds the shutdown. JDG again, they can't decide what they want to do. They don't have their AD carry. The equalizer comes down from Allah. Shun is going to have to steal it. Can he get it? No! Tien secures the purple banner, and now they're fighting without their AD carry. Pace has to stay on the front end of the fight. Allah goes into the Stasis, but Breathe has finally arrived. This Gwen started to do some serious work, but Scout buying so much time, his health bar just will not disintegrate, and just like that, Scout pops Weibo. Nice Baron. See you later, WBG. Ace again to JDG.
And that time it was all Scout right there. The amount of healing that we were seeing out of the Sylas was crazy. Was just sat in a 3v1 for so long, buying time for FaZe and Shun to be able to pick up the kills on the backside of that fight. Rest of the members to get involved. Like you said, Baron was picked up, but there's not going to be any Baron power play. And in fact, the next trait goes over as well while we're in that replay.
Can survive and hold out these pushes with, by the way, Baron going over to Weibo means there is no Baron waves, and they're going after Allah. Here's the problem for JDG of recent. They can't control their side lanes correctly.
Healing so much through the Rift Maker, the safety as well of that Zhonya's, plus all of the damage available on the kit as well. It's going to be insane.
Speaking of survivability, as the tier 2 top lane turret is the real prize for knocking all repertoire. Xiaohu's gonna face check though into Shun, gets the Banshee Seal out, here's the dive comp coming across, Xiaohu's down! The comp JDG drafted to pop the Talia, finds its mark in the biggest time, Pays flashing over the wall to get away from Breathe and Light. The fight is now split, Scout still holding on to the unbreakable will, as Missing goes down first, Pays trying to get back to the rest of JDG, Erha's gonna fall next, the will of the Alistair has been broken, and Soul Point for JDG is gonna be theirs after Weibo had 3 chances.
Read the soul right there. I love it when you have your jungler on the massive flank.
We go back to live though. This Baron is melting. This is a full item Kai'Sa. The True Shot Barrage makes it close. But look at Scout off to the side. Doesn't have the Unbreakable. He pops the Crescent Guard. And look how little damage Weibo can now get through onto the Sylas. Scout able to escape with his life. Xiaohu pulls up to the fight with the Weaver's Wall. Is walling off JDG's escape routes, but Breathe is going to get charmed up. Missing doing a really good job blanketing Pays, who does not have flash, so he's going to have to fight his way out. But Breeze's health bar disintegrates. Pays gets over the wall once again. Pays is unkillable in this game. There is no way for Weibo to answer the might of one of the LPL's greatest AD carries this split, and they're just falling across the line. Light and Breathe lucky, counting their stars that they've gotten out of the enemy jungle. But their fate may still be sealed. It's 5 versus 2. Baron in the cards. JDG come back from a disastrous early game, and they're going to take the series lead 1-0.
Yeah, they're going to be able to push this one through right here unless there's a miracle out of Light and Breathe. And there really is not a lot of tools left available to either of them. Low health buzz is the only potential saving grace right here with the Baron buff, with that Infernal Soul.
Here we go. Need to work through. They do pop some of those GAs. Scout goes down first. Breathe is slicing and dicing JDG. They lose Missing and Scout just like that. Right, trying to see if he can push more of an issue, but the mission has been accomplished. Base still intact for Weibo. But they're still hunting. True Shot Barrage. Allah, the scrap vest is going to keep him safe. Breathe still chasing. Oh, love the blast cone. He's not going to take it. He turns back into Bree's face.
Lose in response, right? 20 seconds now until Scout's going to be up and available. Slightly less for missing. 40 until Arla is here. And after nearly looking to end, JDG, they get turned around on right here and are going to lose at least an inhibitor tower. Do Weibo keep pushing?
No, Weibo, do not make the same mistake of JDG right now. They're feeling the pressure. Like this game is going to slip out of their hands if they don't go for it all now. But they get Scout back up, although he's still about 20 seconds away. Shun's going to start the engage, flies on into four members, but Breathe gets charmed up and cut down. Shun sacrifices his life for Breathe. 4 versus 3 for Weibo, bringing into the JDG base, and they have successfully pulled all of JD Gaming off the Elder. We thought it was going to be the Elder, but are we really just about to show down the base? Yes, we are! Equalizer through, Shun flies in, Xiaohu's health bar is eviscerated! He's popped just like that! Ala and Shun combined to bring the might home! Pays has the GA, he'll fall, but pop right back up! Who needs Elder when you've got Shun and Ala to bring you home? Ace, that's it! JD Gaming, 45 minutes, they will stamp themselves 1-0 up in this series!
There we go, it was hard fought, it was not easy at all, but finally going to be able to pick themselves up the win are JDG. The death time was way too long right there, and Weibo, they try something. They don't think they're going to be able to win onto that Elder, they don't want to flip it. And instead, they just get caught out. As much as it's exciting to see Pays unkilled throughout this entire game, it is that equalizer out of Arlo that wins the fight. It's massive, straight across the backline, deals so much damage. It's just going to be the game picked up nice and easy right here for JDG. It takes 45 minutes.
His wheelhouse, right? So
yeah.
It's like, all right, pick the Nautilus, pick the Leona. No, you force him onto these enchanters. But as you pointed out, a lot of scalers. That ailment is getting the Varus pretty far ahead. Is Xiaohu's going for a level 3 roam with stun available. Missing does have the flash, but doesn't have the heal. It's Xiaohu. Dares him to
hunting Jun in his jungle. Actually manages to get the stun off right here. This is a no
Jun
flash
has
Lilia.
no flash. Yep, exactly as you called it, Bloxer. Weibo coming out. Oh my god, he stole the red buff. He blind stole the red buff. But he doesn't win this. He has nobody coming to help him, so he's just gift wrapped the red buff. Scout, what are you doing?
Vertical map play. Not even vertical jungling, just straight up vertical map play. Teleport going to come in from Breathe to get him into this bottom lane. Xiaohu also going to head down towards the bottom side of the map. The Drake does get picked up here for JDG. I really like this out of Xiaohu. He needed to respond, although might get caught here. Uh-oh.
Doesn't have the flash available to him, gets trapped in the York pit, but Breathe is here with dominance, pops it, but he doesn't have his Xiaohu next to him. Timbers is trying to get some work done. Holy Cola the Meek, Breathe just healed about 200 HP, but guess what's better? The Rend comes through for Paid. Once more here for JDG. Shun has showed up, level 6 here, hits the Swirl Seed. Knight's gonna go Xiaohu, he gets close enough to his turret, gets the heal from his support. Huge two-man stun, but guess what prevails at last? It's once again the Rend from Pays. Tien flies in though to get one into missing, gets the impale down on the Shun as well. What a topsy-turvy game. These teams just can't stop fighting, and we've got more action coming. Pays clutch timing on that flash.
Game's been crazy. Getting to take away the 3 grubs from the team that has got the Yorick, that's going to be massive, but the fighting continues.
Oh, missing. Doesn't have hostile takeover. He has flash, but there's no point in burning it. He still does. Gets Maiden.
Dive. The dive is about to come through. With Maiden up, he's got a lot of healing to his name. Needs to be careful to not get stunned up against the wall, though, or impale.
Shun is close by as well. He's going to flash back towards his teammate. Impale available for Tien. He takes a couple of turret shots. Lilting Lullaby comes across. There's the hostile takeover. Really well positioned from missing, and it collapses the dive. Ala survives, and that's not the headline. Guess what the real one is? 3 for 0. JDG once again. But this is interacting with Dominus.
Yeah.
You also lose first turret.
Yeah,
that is feats of strength.
Baffled by that. I do not know why he didn't just take that proc. You know you've got your support coming down. You know Jun's in the area as well. You can just take that tower.
All right, well, this is what they wanted. And Breathe not going to be able to sidestep the handshake. Pops the Dominus, but this is 1 versus 3, and he's putting the playpen. Yorick dictates it. Ala gets another kill. The turret does go down. So while you give up the upgraded boots, it overall gold.
I'm happy to, and so far has been playing a great game here on the Renata. Although a little bit of pressure right here. Herald also getting popped from Weibo. They just want to take down this mid lane tier 1.
They have 4 members strong here. Scout's going to TP in. Ala's still busy with the top lane tier 1. Turret's going to go down. Tien Looking for a potential impale angle, but Shun is being really skidded.
Boy.
Is this the distraction though? Xiaohu is way more take over for the main, and here comes the play for Pays and missing. They use the Fate's Call to go after Erha. Pays is trying to hop around, but he's got a croc right in front of his face, so he flashes forward. Erha escapes. There's no red coming across. They commit so much just to knock down the Weibo support, but Shun is running wild in the back of this fight. Clutch impale from Tien might have just saved Xiaohu. He flashes over the swirl seed. He gets the X-Styl's impact.
Oh,
Shun thought he had a double kill. He's having to work for just one of the kills, but the Lilia is just so hard to outpace. On the flip side of this fight, Breathe gets one kill done, but all is way too far accelerated. The Yorick is going to send another one to the grave with the spade. Smacks him down. A messy fight, so accurately potent for this game too, but it's JDG barely coming out on top.
So many moments there where that fight could have swung either way. Like you said, the red not quite coming through that allows Erha to survive a bit longer, draws Jun in a little bit too far. Ala in the back line, and we didn't even see what ended up happening with a couple of the other members in this fight. So many different places where this one could have gone wrong or well, depending on who you're supporting in this one. Jun,
Oh my!
Smite! Yep.
Oh!
Did this one. So
Missing.
does well for himself. Yeah, at the very end of this one, but I feel like Breathe just isn't able to get anywhere near as much priority from this team fight as he would
On the side lanes here, so Weibo are just trying to force plays where they know Ala doesn't have any time to get a side lane going. He's actually present for this fight. We have Scout way too far away here. Yeah, good call. This is a 4v5, and Missing walks right into Xiaohu. They do get the Fates call out, so Tibbers doesn't get a lot of value. Shun trying to chase off Xiaohu, does get him away. Hostile takeover, gonna hit onto 2. Pays is starting to free hit, gets a ton of Ren stacks into Breathe. What is he gonna call it? Boom, there's the first kill for Pays. He remains untouched in this fight as Shun tries to run down Xiaohu and Erha. The root comes across the Lilia, but he has the stasis. He's waiting on his teammates. Shun needs the backup for JDG, but it's the kill over to Light. Finally, Scout shows up. Fate sealed onto Xiaohu, only gets 1. Tien limps away from another Ren. Erha trying to buy space for Light, who really has lethal tempo, starting to free fire. It's a Gatling gun of Avaris, and Erha's trying to set him. As we have a catch onto Tien. Very tanky Skarner. Gets 2-man impale, but Erha's nearby. He has to flash over the wall to save him. The hostile takeover hits onto him and Tien. Where's the rest of Weibo? Because Tien is buying so much space. Erha finally falls. Breathe is about half HP. Here's the Fate Seal from Scout, though, and he gets the X Factor ult. We were waiting for it in the last fight. Scout just made sure to send a pre-order through to the LPL English fans, because once the big product came, boy did it hit for JD Gaming.
There we go. They're just going to be able to push through onto this bottom lane tower as well, pick themselves up even more gold, reset, spend it as well, and head back out onto the map to pick what ends up happening between the two ADCs, because Pays just annihilates Light on the back end of that fight.
Scout has had a ton of criticism levied his way.
Yeah.
Breathe has teleport, but he's walking his way up, so JDG are going to try and force their way in. Scout off to the side, Baron below 4K. Are we going to 50-50 this? Who's going to come out on top? Hostile takeover, impale. Tien impales the jungler, then hits the smite. Can they win the fight off the back end? Because Pays is running wild. Everyone on top of each other. Breathe finally shows up, but Pays with another clutch frag. He gets in, finds 2 kills, gets out. Pays is a superstar for JDG, and he might just push them over the edge to get the sweep home. It's just Shun and Erha. Shun is going to chase down Tien and Erha. They're looking for the knockout blow here, blocks her. They won't let this Karma and Skarner escape until they just barely get back to their tier 2 turret.
Just about going to be able to squeak away, but still the fight very much won right here for JDG. There is going to be 2 Barons available for Weibo, but they've lost 500 gold off the back of it. And remember, that counter includes the 1,500 gold you get for simply likely.
Weibo, though, indexing this Baron play into the mid lane. They knock down the tier 2 turret. They get the hostile takeover out for very little, but he wants Pays. He gets the root. Xiaohu's here. Tibbers down, with the Fates call from Pays is once again perfectly timed. Lilting Lullaby into the Fate Seal. They've got Light, and they've shoved him into the dark depths of the gray screen. Pays finally drops on the top side of the fight to Xiaohu, but it's time for Scout and Shun to try and bring this one home. Scout full HP, but he's lost all of his teammates. Keep in mind, though, the bottom left corner of your screen, Scout is buying so much time for Ala. He gets himself the triple kill. No way. Can Scout do it all on his own? The Karma shields may ruin it. His health bar's too low. Gets the Q. W comes down, goes back forward, but the healing's enough. But the base of Weibo is the big loss. Ala's not slowing down, Bloxer.
Can he do it? I don't think he can do it. He just doesn't have the build. He's got a team fight build. He's not got the Yorick build that we were really expecting.
Oh my god, he's going for it. No way.
There's no way.
It's just the tank Skarner and the Karma. They're not
What?
doing any damage. Erha and Tien, they're
Ola.
watching their base implode.
Ola.
Finally,
No.
it's Ola that comes up and light saves it. Oh man. This is Infernal Soul. Do they not think they can fight this without Ola? I am continually perplexed. Okay, he just fate sealed to get closer to Scout. He didn't even use the ultimate on Xiaohu. What am I watching? Does a ton of damage onto this Baron. Scout goes over the wall to spot it. They use the Fate's Call to get away from Xiaohu's major damage. They throw missing towards Xiaohu, but he gets away from the handshake, has Ola on top of him, and the fight is separated by that big wall. And guess who's on top of Xiaohu? It's Pays for the first kill. Shooting in the muck, trying to use the bailout to get saved, but Light finds the kill.
Oh,
Scout flies in, tries to get onto Light, but he survives once more. Lethal tempo going brazy for Weibo's AD carry. And now it's the marksman that we have to highlight as this fight continues to evolve. Tons of low health bars. Erha, Tien, breathe. They're so low and ripe for the taking. All the flies in, but the shields are so massive. But Pays is bigger. You thought he fell off last series? Guess what? Pays is the top marksman in the league for reasons like this. Completely ends Weibo's chances. Get the brooms out. Weibo been swept out by JD Gaming.
There we go, that's the team fight that they've been finally looking for. That's why the Yorick is built like a team fight mauler, and they're going to be able to just push through and end this game. Xiaohu is going to be up in 7 seconds time. If he's got a miracle in him, now would be the time to pull it out, and this is going to be Weibo's chances of making it into the playoffs straight up, disappearing away from them right in front of their eyes.
Scout seeping in, holy moly, Timber's value. Ola doesn't have a chance. I hate that the turrets are long. They come off the Baron. It doesn't even, oh my god, they actually signed, sealed, and delivered a Baron to Weibo.
Alright, let's see if this one gives Weibo positive. Can you feel game number 3? It's looming.
No, not with that. Tibbers from Xiaohu. He just whipped his entire combo. Scout gets out. They're going to lose the Infernal Drake for this, the No Soul. But Pays is hunting.
Pays.
Fate's Call once more. Pays is in front of all of Weibo. Who can finally shut down this Callista? He's dashing all around the bailout. It comes through. How does Pays do it? He's a miracle worker. This guy is an absolute wizard. And he's decimating Weibo again. This time, it's finally over. I'll say it. Pays is at the top of the LPL. And he's trying to rip JDG up with him.
Oh my lord, that is one of the sexiest plays I've seen in a while. Pays using every bit of his health bar, every bit of the bailout as well from missing. Just so gorgeous. And this finally is going to be the end. This is going to be the 2-0 for JDG, the momentum they needed to carry on. They want to get themselves into that top 4.